and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to be doing issue 96 of our Tumbler build. Let's get going. Okay, so we're doing 96, and this is the box that we've got. The first part is everything that we had in issue 95. So I can't, it's really strange. So in issue 95, at the end of that, we were left with these two pieces. We've just fixed all the wires together for the car and brought it all together. And we also had a load of screws left over as well. Obviously we're going to be using them in this video, but the first let me just show you. So the first 12 steps are using all the pieces and everything that we got in issue 95. My question is, why couldn't we do that in issue 95? It's not like they've waited for extra screws, because actually we don't use any of this until the chassis is screwed on, and we'll come to that in just a minute. And we don't even use the screws from that. All the screws, all the bits for the first 12 steps of this issue, it's all issue 95 still, so I don't understand. Anyway, also as well, I kind of feel like they're running out of ideas now for the magazine. So that is the magazine. So as you got here, look, I'll just show you. So this is the front. We have that. I know we're coming to the end, but that is all we have in terms of content of the magazine, apart from the instructions. They might as well have just given us the instructions. Anyway, moaning over if I don't want to start it like this. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to do the shout outs. Let's do that. So we're going to do the shout outs right back to issue 94, because I said I was going to do a 95. 95 was a lot to do, so I cut it out. This one isn't too much. It's just fitting on some of the stuff that we haven't done, and we need to get it done. So there's not too much on this one. So reading the comments from issue 94, we've got Dave Hagley. Thank you. I think you're all right, Kev. Seems a lot of screws for those parts. We'll probably get to attach those sides of the bodywork, and maybe get to attach the canopy to the roof. We will see what issue my next 6 issues are on the way. Yeah, so you're basically right there. Mark Williams, good basic video, Kev. Pending the whole frame will be screwed into place. It was, because issue 94, if you remember rightly, was putting the sides on, and then we got this here. So there wasn't too much to it. Dave Muckbuilds, nice work, Kev. Seems like the ailerons are a bit of a disappointment, but it looks really good. Yeah, look, they don't move very far anyway, not in the movie. There's ways of adjusting it to make them move. Personally, they do move. They do work, just not very well. So yeah. Josh Tyler, 6911. Yep, the ailerons travel is a little disappointing. The steering had a lot of play in it too. Not sure what's going on, what's going to move very well. But the lighting and the jets are cool. Overall, still a great build and a great display piece. Yeah, this thing's going to be awesome. I just want to point out the steering. Don't put the steering in full lock. I think it's the limiter switches on them. Just move it slightly left and right. Don't really put it to the left and put it to the right as far as it will go. You'll notice that it will stick if you do that. So that's a little tip there. So when you're doing the steering, do not put it on full lock left or right. You'll have to unstick it, which is a problem. Daniel edited I4706. Hi, I always follow your videos. I'm also doing this construction. I think the next issues will we'll connect the cab to the chassis, which we about to actually in this issue. So, and the front part of the whole section we just built to the cab. The rear part of the cab will make the wheels in the last 2 months. Yeah, I've got a funny feeling that's what we're going to be doing, building the we're going to be putting on the armoured panels along the front. I think the wheels are going to be on last. I think you're right there. Alan Coles Hill. Hi mate, when are you doing the next part? Well, I'm doing it now. And then we've got for real. I may start charging fan home rent amount of estate is taken up. Well, this isn't fan home, this is Hachette. But yeah, there is a lot of fan home stuff about here. Enjoying issue 95. Build a hell of a lot to do, but confused with the parts received with issue 96 to do with them. Yeah, and we'll come on to all of that. This is still on issue 94, by the way. Well, it's getting better every issue now. Can't wait to see it finished. However, the 66 Batmobile is getting a pain. It's all right. It's coming along nicely, that one. Okay, so that was issue 94. So let me just bring up issue 95. And we will get those bits talked about. Okay, so we're on issue 95 now. Naglo Project, I think that's what it is. I'm sorry, or Lab Project or something. I'm butchering that. I do apologise, but my last pack from Hachette only went to 94. So between 95 and 96 onwards, coming in January, it will do. But at least we can see where things are going together, and that hopefully it will work. So great video, and in one issue it all starts to come together. It does indeed. It's all going to come to a lot of these videos. It does come together in just one video, especially when you're building a car and it's sort of you have to put the chassis on. It really does come together at that point. Scott Duggan, wow, looking awesome. Can't wait for my next 6 issues to arrive. Great work, Kev. Thank you very much. Which is on issue 95, by the way. It says, notice to all Tumbler builders, as discovered by Ben Lowerden 10. His comments in issue 55. There is a big problem with the steering, as we know. When you push left, it goes right, and when you push right, it goes left. After extensive testing the motor wiring properly, polarity is wrong, so it steers right when you push left. We already found that out. The steering actuators, after the full connection, moves in the wrong direction, and when on full lock, confuses the sequence chip because the limiter switch is signalled wrong. Signalling from then onwards will fail. Yeah, and like I just mentioned, you can't put this in full lock. It just doesn't work like that. The interior solution is to reverse the connections on the limiter switches on the circuit board. So when you connect wires into the limiter switch plugs 3 and 4, you need to basically swap them and plug 3 into 4 and 4 into 3. And that's what they're saying. This will allow the steering to work fully on full lock. However, the steering will turn right when pushed left and left when pushed right. It will only sort out the limiter switch problem. The placement solution is for Hachette to issue a proper reverse extension wire to steering motor 31A installed in issue 41. If Hachette don't, then every builder will have to do the above interim wire modification to get their steering to work. It does work, it just doesn't work on full lock. I don't know really who's going to have it on full lock anyway. It's one of those pieces, it's one of those sort of models where I think once you get it into like a position, you're probably going to leave it. You're not going to tamper with it too much, apart from the roof mechanism and the lights inside. But the wheels, the ailerons, they're not going to be touched as much, I don't think. But like they've said there is a solution. It's to do with the limiter switches, but you can't really. I suppose you could redo the left and the right, just plug them into the opposite sides, but. It is what it is, I suppose, on that one. The Child's 350. Nice that it's finally coming together. I would have had to glue those bits that kept falling off. Oh yeah, the canopy bit above the windshield that kept falling off in the last video. I should glue them back. Oh, do you know what? I think I should. Yeah, I might just dob a bit of glue on because they do come off fairly easy. Yeah, good idea. Mark Williams, fantastic build, Kev. It's great to see we're eventually still a way to go. It's not that far now. No, 120 issues. We're nearly at 100. So not far to go, but I can see at least the last bulk of the build on those back wheels. Andy Tom UK. I'm a subscriber to the build. I really enjoy your videos and teasers. I'm getting really excited. It's a thing of beauty. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for your comment. Thank everyone for their comment. Thank you. Roger Downing. Now it's gaining momentum. It's time to. It's turning into a really good build. Can't wait for my next delivery. P.S. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year as well to you too. Mr. Fusion Designs. Love it. Great video, Kev. You helped me also a lot on what I'm planning to do next, mate. Thanks for the video. Thank you so much, Mr. Fusion. Paul Kane. Hi, Kev. Shame you don't do the call-outs. I know I had we just done the fix there. Yep. Yeah. No, it got a bit of on me, but I'm back on it now. I'm back on it. Dave McBeal's great work. Now it's coming together. It's starting to look like a tumbler. Putting the sides on look twice as big than putting the 3 decks together on the Titanic. I hope that the glass doesn't come out anymore. It's looking fantastic. Great build, Kev. Yeah. It's once it's all together, I don't think we're going to have too much of a problem with stuff coming in and out. 2 parts in issue 95 don't fit the air intakes. They are pushed fit. Yes, they are. And we'll sort that in just a minute. You should use glue on Stry X-Woman. You should glue that bit, keeps falling off. I really should, and I think I am. The cable management is stretching my anxiety levels. Yes, all the cables all over the place, really, but then it's sort of like that on most builds. I don't want to say too much, but we've still got a lot of cables floating about here still. Wheels. It's Mark Panham 3759. Wheels. That's why they've included the stand. Yeah, maybe. We're not getting the back wheels. Mark Williams. Hi, Kev. You know the section we're putting in the battery box. How would you put the power mod in instead, which I'm using? Now, if it's just to replace the batteries, we just put them where the batteries are. If it's to replace the batteries with a wire, you would have to do that before you install the battery box. I would personally keep the battery box where it is and just have the wire come out. If it's replacing the battery box. If it's just batteries that go in the battery box, it shouldn't be a problem. Charles Wild. I found that the actuators hardly move. No, we know this. I took them apart, then greased parts 66A and 66B, where the parts fit together and inside. Rebuilt and found that they work a lot better. But as a whole, the build is a bit disappointing. A lot of plastic parts. Some weeks that you get part-wise is poor, but new batteries in to test the electrics. 3 batteries blew up, covering the battery box cover in battery acid. Not good at all, no. I just want to I put some cheapy batteries in these. I get them from Pound Shop here in the UK. They're just the Kodak-y ones. Cheap and cheerful. I will replace them properly. But they have been in, I've got to say this, the battery in the remote and the battery in the car have been in it since I tested it. I think when did we start getting all the wires and testing it? Was it issue 20 something? So around that time, they've been in the car ever since. I've not changed them, not taken them out, and it still works. So yeah. Flip dip. Dodgy Kodak batteries. Yeah. Cheap and cheerful, mate. And the thing is, that is just literally to test them. Once it's fully built, I'll put some decent batteries in there, probably some rechargeable ones. but that's just to work it. Okay, shall we get on? I'm rabbiting on here. Right, let's get on with this build because I've been rabbiting on a bit too long. So what we need is, like I said in this first section, is read all the bits in issue 95. So let's do that. Okay, as you can see, it is all here. Okay, so we should have all these parts that we had with the previous issue. Let's push this over here a minute. There we go. And we should have these parts here, which we'll put on in just a minute. And we have a box full of screws from issue 95. We need all these screws. Just to obviously show you. So once again, making sure everything works. And the dashboard lights light up. Like I said, I haven't changed the batteries on any of this, so the batteries have lasted very well on this build. Okay, so what we've got to do now is we've got to pull this one and this wire. And what we've got to try and do is pull this part up to the front part now. So I'm going to do that. Also be mindful of the brake, what are these? The brake rods at the back, because that's to do with the sort of the back wheels. So what we need to do is we need to just pull this forward as much as we can. That's it. Okay, and make sure all this is fitted on. That's it. Look at that. It's in. Great. Right. All these wires need to be tucked behind the passenger seat if we can. Can you see them? Right. So I'm going to redirect those wires. So, oh god, it's all coming together now. Right. Okay. It's good that I can still push these back in. It's just right. So basically all these wires need to be pushed to the back of this chair. Right, I'm going to push all those wires down the back. Okay, there. So I've put the roof section down, pulled it forward so it meets up with the front part of the chassis here. Out here, the wires we should have are 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 31 and 34. They should be left so you can use them. All the other wires should be behind the passenger seat, and you can just tuck them down, making sure you don't sort of catch any between the frame and the cockpit as well. You also need to make sure that you have the brake. Hang on, I'm just going to pull them up because they've got to be pulled up. The brake lines, which are these parts here, the braking rods, which is what they're called, they need to be poking out the back just like that, in the up position, so they're in this sort of up position just there. Okay, then we'll need to take AAM screws, which we had in issue 95, and I'm just going to show you where they go. So you have two holes here and two holes in here, which you've got to fit 4 in each side. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and then show you the end result. Okay, so we stuck both of the AAM screws, one in there, and then one there and one down here. And we need to do that on both sides. Then we need to grab the VSSU VM screws, and the VM screws are going to go in just there on both sides. So I'm going to do that. So we've done that. So just in there on the front back. Now we're going to go across here and we're going to put EP screws, one in there and one in there. And there we go, 2 EP screws in there. Okay, next we've got these 2 parts, and this part here just pushes in into there. So hang on, let me see if I can turn on the flashlight. Give me a second. Okay, so it's going to go into there and into there, and it literally just pushes in like that, just like that, and that completes. Okay, and that now officially completes the whole section. So this is now a solid piece. It's all connected up. The roof section is now. We've only got this part to go in, which we're not going to do in this issue, but effectively it's working. The ailerons got stuck. I will own up to that. So I'll push the ailerons, and there was a clunk sound, and this one flew up, and in doing so broke. Yeah, I don't know if you can see this. Broke the 2 hoops either side, just like that. They are so brittle. You don't want, trust me, you don't want these moving very much anyway. But yeah, I pushed the button, it made the sound, they moved. And it was like this one got caught, it like got catched, and it just went and just threw up. So what I've done is I've stuck the tabs underneath the things, so it does actually still move, as you can see. There's just no hooks there now, which is a shame, but it doesn't take away the look from it at all. So I'm still happy with it, and it all still works. Headlights, yeah, I'm still happy with the whole thing anyway. But like I said, the ailerons are them. Really be careful with them. They are easy to knock, easy to snap, as that one did, even on its own power. So and they do move slightly still, but yeah. Anyway. Okay, so we're going to put this aside now. We will come back to it in just a moment. We're going to do the parts from issue 96. So let's do that. Okay, so let's get back on to it. So this is what we get with issue 96. So in here we should have some plastic parts. Lovely. We've got a metal part. So this is the, I think this is this the right side or left side? Hang on. It's the left side. So the next issue will show you what it is, but basically it's the left hand side of what we're building just here. Okay, so we've got the piston sections, and we just need to take the little tabs off like so, and we need to turn this around so it's like this facing us. We put one in here and one in there. We're going to turn it round, and we're going to use those little tiny bits which are like C's, and we're going to just pull them off and put them round the bits that have come just off there. So this is going to be a bit very fiddly, so I'll just hang on a second. Just going to show you just how fiddly this is going to be. I hope it's not too bad, but yeah. Oh, nearly. I nearly got it. There we go. So it just sort of clicks on. You see? We'll do this one next. So as you can see, there's a little thin bit there, which that then clicks round, but only once it's through. So we need to poke it through this hole here. Like that. It comes through, it's just there. Take the little C off. We need to, can you still see it? Right, there we go. We got it there in the end. So, as you can see, there's one there and one there. Don't know how well that's coming out, but okay. We now need to go to the car. Now we've done that. So this is going to go on the left hand side of our car. So we're just going to basically put this panel on the side. Let's grab the car. Okay, so this panel is going to sit on there. So we need to put those two holes there on those two bits. So it just sits like that. That's how it sits. We're going to use EM screws to secure it in, one there and one there. So, I've gone ahead and screwed that in. Last little bit is the panel, which we just push on. And there we go. So that is now on. So, yeah, this side of the car is a bit pants, I've got to say. Because I'm still waiting for a replacement to come for that. And I've just gone ahead and snapped that, which I've just ordered, actually, while doing this video. The issue that has those in, I'm pretty sure they'll be easy to replace. But this side isn't going to be the hero side, I should say. It will eventually, because like I said, I will replace these and that as well, so it looks fine. But yeah, I'm just waiting for them to arrive, and then they'll be fitted. But I'm just obviously, with over the holiday period, it's been a bit busy. So yeah, we do have those wires sticking out. They will be fitted to the roof section, but it is looking good. So let's see what comes in issue 97. So that is it for issue 96. It has been a little bit of accident prone in the last couple of issues. It broke the aileron side panel bit, that snapped. I've ordered the issues, they just got turned up. It's taken a while. And now the aileron top sections have snapped off as well. So it's been a little bit disastrous. Now that wasn't necessarily my fault. Obviously once I put it all together, I made sure that it worked, and I don't know whether it got caught or snagged. It did move, but then there was like a bang, like a jolt, and it literally, the two bits went boom, like that. So there's that. Apart from that, it looks really good. I have a hero side. It's really weird how the left side, we've got the broken aileron and the broken wind deflector down near the intake. But on the right side, perfect. So the right side is my hero side at the moment. I have got those issues. I have been on the website. I have rang them up. I have ordered those two issues. So I'm hoping they will be here by the time it's complete. So yeah, like I said, a little bit disappointed those two bits, but it is what it is. I've had stuff break on other models before, and I've had to replace issues and get replacement parts. It's part and part of building, I suppose, building a part work or finding a solution when building any sort of model. It just happens. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see what comes in issue 97. So like I said, In issue 97, we get the same parts that we got in issue 96, but this side is for the right side. We've done the left side, we're doing the right side. I would imagine after we've done them, we're probably going to get the armoured panels for the front here. It looks like we're going to be finishing off the front section of the car now. So my suggestion is we'll get the right side armoured panel there, and then we'll probably get either the left or the right for the front armoured panel, and then the following issue, issue 99, will be the other panel. From there on, I don't know. We still haven't stuck the roof on, but that's got to be coming near now to being sort of at least placed on. Making sure you still got this part spare. Mine is sitting up here waiting. It's really weird as well, because in 95 it did say any loose parts will be fitted in issue 96. I would count the roof section as a loose part, but obviously it doesn't. But even now, apart from the roof part, we've got no bits lying around. Everything's been used again, so that's brilliant. Some people said in the comments, like I said before, maybe the last issues are going to be the back wheels, and I can see that actually happening now. Once we've got the armoured panels on the front wheels, the attention then turns to the back of the car, because that's the only part of the car we haven't finished. Like I said, once the front panels are on the front of the car, and I think there's another panel. We've also got a panel to go on underneath as well, to sort of secure in that part and the battery compartment and stuff like that. It's just all back. There's quite a bit around that jet engine still. Little dials, pressure valves, all those sort of things that we still haven't done. And obviously the biggest thing, the wheels. But anyway, make sure you click subscribe. Thank you for watching. We will see you on the other side, but until then, have a good one, and we'll see you later.
Tune into the channel, Nexus is the name. All the hardest content, you'll never be the same. Laughs and thrills, excitement,